This is Face the Nation, broadcasting live from the CNN IBN headquarters in New Delhi with Sagarika Ghosh.
Hi there. Barely a fortnight after Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi was on the cover of Time magazine, he has now got the highest number of negative votes in an internet poll conducted by Time magazine on the 100 most influential individuals of 2012. Modi supporters say activists against Modi and against the Gujarat government deliberately rigged the poll. Let's get you what happened and then debate whether Modi's popularity itself on the net is organized or is it completely spontaneous. Now, Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi has come number 3 in the Time magazine global poll of 100 most influential people. But there's a twist. While he polled more than 2.5 lakh yes votes, more people voted no. More than 2.6 lakh people thought he should not be in the list. The Time poll was closely watched by both Modi supporters as well as baiters across the world. The magazine's second endorsement was something that the Modi camp was eagerly looking forward to after the Gujarat Chief Minister's PR machinery had succeeded in putting him on the cover of the magazine last month. However, an equally aggressive Vote Modi Out campaign organized by activists across the world succeeded in pushing the Gujarat Chief Minister down the list and even ensuring more negative votes for him. The final list from among the 200 names made public on the basis of votes polled for and against will be announced on April 17th. Now, joining us tonight, Ashish Nandi, eminent sociologist, is joining us. We also have Dr. Arvind Gupta, convener of the Information Technology Cell of the BJP, joining us. Shivam Vij, journalist, blogger and expert in the social media world, is joining us. Shabnam Hashmi, social activist, is also joining us. And the question we are asking tonight on our show: Narendra Modi is in Time internet poll on the world's most influential people. Are these polls easily manipulated? Are these internet polls easily rigged, both by detractors as well as by supporters? Let's kick it off with Shabnam Hashmi. The supporters of Narendra Modi say, as I mentioned, that the Time poll is rigged because Modi was leading in the poll when suddenly Anonymous and Eric Martin surged ahead. Modi then dropped to third place with 2,60,000 no votes. Now, groups like you were part of groups that were sending out mails saying vote no to Modi. So, was there a systematic campaign to vote Modi out?
Well, let me tell you what exactly happened. The first day I was very busy, and it's a young activist, Gaurang Rawal, who was sitting in Ahmedabad. Whole night he and his wife were working on the internet. He called me next morning. He said, please help us. We want Modi out from this list. And it was on his request that we started sending out messages to people across India on our secular list, on our list of what we have. The first, second day, there was a number of people, about, I would say, thousands of people who were polling. But as it grew more interesting, you know, one could see that it is making a difference. So, large number of people within Gujarat, I know that in every single district, young boys and girls were sitting in cyber cafes, sitting in offices, sitting in their homes and voting against Modi.
So you're saying it was a genuine vote, because the Modi supporters have actually written to Time magazine saying this poll should be declared null and void because it was rigged by groups that were hostile to Modi. But the charge by Modi supporters is that the groups that were hostile to Modi were rigging. But what about the groups that were supporting Modi? Because the Congress has said, Arjun Morwadia of the Gujarat Congress has actually said that the Gujarat government was sending out instructions to all government servants to go onto this poll and vote yes. So maybe even the yes vote was rigged.
See, the yes vote was the highest. Mr. Modi probably got the highest number of yes votes. But in the last 12 hours of the voting, a group of hackers who call themselves Anonymous, and suitly so, just rigged the whole poll by giving a lot of negative votes. The positive votes of Mr. Modi are perhaps the highest, and
so the positive votes were genuine, the negative votes were rigged.
Well, because the fact is, who has come up on the top? It's not a person, it's a group of loosely held people called Anonymous. It's a hacking group. It's a very well-known hacking group. So, you know, the Time magazine, I think, however credible they may be, they have committed a fundamental error by the way they have conducted this internet poll. they have not conducted in a viable manner, in a very sound technical manner. They conducted a poll without identity. They conducted a poll where they didn't take any identity from anybody. It was just a yes and a no answer. And people could vote multiple times, and hacking groups like this are very competent to rig the whole poll, simulate the whole exercise, and that's exactly what they have done. And that is proven by the fact that they have come first.
But you know, Arvind Gupta, you are of the technology cell of the BJP. Now the BJP is very active. Elements of the BJP, groups loyal to the BJP, groups loyal to the Sangh Parivar are very, very active on the internet.
Absolutely.
Now, if they are so active on the internet, they can mobilize support on the internet.
But we
then why should you cast doubt on groups that are opposing you who are also mobilizing on the internet?
Absolutely. Anybody could have mobilized people but not hacked it. We have not hacked them. We have not manipulated the positive votes. We are not talking about manipulation of positive votes.
So nobody has manipulated the positive.
So issue instructions to government servants to go and vote for Modi.
That's a standard PR exercise. And as much as you are doing a negative exercise, a PR exercise involves asking for positive votes. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a standard exercise.
That's
what's wrong with the what's wrong with the
fact of the matter is there are thousands and thousands of people across India who voted
Mr. Modi had only 54,000. Mr. Modi only had 54,000 negative votes.
But that doesn't prove.
Mr. Modi only had 54,000 negative votes till 12 hours ago.
No, but he got 2,60,000 no votes.
So till last 12 hours. The last 12 hours.
But how can you say that was anonymous? How can you say that?
That is what the data is proving. Anonymous was nowhere in the picture. The
data has gone against Mr. Modi, so now it is proving that it is hacking.
12 hours ago, Mr. Modi only had.
Till all the polls are in his favor, then you say everything is fine.
When the positive votes are all genuine and the negative votes are all rigged, how can you say that?
He had 54,000 votes, negative votes till 12 hours before the end of the poll.
Right.
But in the last 12 hours, lot of polls, lot of negative votes came through, and Anonymous suddenly from nowhere got whatever positive votes they got, and they won the poll. So are we ready to say that Anonymous is the most influential person on this planet?
No, but we have to accept that.
Are we going to agree that Mr. Modi is the most important person on the earth?
No,
that also is as comical.
That is what we are saying, is that he is one of the most popular people, and definitely in India on the internet. This is the internet poll. Let
me get a Shivam vision here. Modi has undoubted popularity on the internet. He's extremely popular on Twitter. Can it therefore be said, are we seeing a situation where the detractors of Modi, who are not as well organized on the internet, are they also waking up and organizing themselves and realizing that the internet and social media is dominated to some extent by the BJP? It is dominated by certainly by the BJP ideology. So are they waking up and realizing that okay, they also have to make a bid for the social media, for the internet?
Well, Sagarika, on the Modi question, I have more sympathies with Shabnam Hashmi than with Arvind Gupta here. But I have to admit there's something fishy about Modi suddenly getting such a high number of negative votes just before the poll closed. And as somebody who was also
but it could have been an active mobilization campaign.
But it wasn't. If it was there, one would have seen it.
At the last moment. There can't be a skew in the last 2 hours. It's like
it was not in the last 2 hours.
It is last 12 hours.
It gradually.
Please check the numbers correctly.
Yes, you can.
They are verifiable.
And more people. If you noted what was happening on the internet, there were thousands of emails going across India, asking people to vote against Modi. You know, you will be surprised. I happen to meet a very senior artist. I won't name them. It's a couple. They met me and they said, "Oh, we have voted against Modi." I was shocked. I see people like them are also sitting and voting against Modi.
So there were so many more positives also. Same thing. See, everybody ran.
No, don't. You are saying that the negative votes were not correct. I'm saying that there was a
positive votes were not correct.
There was
a systematic votes are
no,
not
I'm
correct.
not saying. There must have been. I'm saying there was a systematic campaign to vote out Modi, and every single day more and more mails went out. There were thousands and thousands of people, especially young people and young Gujaratis. I would give this credit to young Gujarati college going students, the people who are tech savvy, who have actually, and that is why they are so troubled.
So then should we then challenge the received wisdom we have, is that the internet is dominated by Modi supporters. He's very popular on the internet. When we have this particular input from Shabnam Hashmi, just a sec, saying that no, in fact, he's not that popular. College kids have voted him out. Are you willing to buy that, or are you saying that no, it was rigged actually?
Well, I don't know if it was rigged. I'm saying that there's something shady about the last moment change of numbers, of huge change in numbers. Maybe it was from people in Gujarat, but I was also recommending my friends on Facebook to vote against Modi. But I know that the response wasn't so huge. Many felt it was futile. But the internet is not really dominated by Modi supporters. They are more articulate. They are more into this kind of mobilization.
They may be on the internet more. They may be on the internet more.
They have paid workers who do only that work. You write anything on the internet, within 10 minutes you will get 10 abuses. And all similar.
Is that right? There's a very professional management of the internet going on by the BJP, by the Modi supporters.
I'll tell you something. This is something that we get heard a lot, but the BJP and its supporters, including Mr. Modi's supporters, are actually outnumbering everybody on the internet. That also shows the educated class, the young, the internet savvy people are actually pro BJP, pro Modi.
That's a good point. Let me put that to you.
So why are we not considering that?
It's not as if it's a professional attempt to harness the net. In fact, those people who are on the net are Modi supporters.
And we get heard this so many times that if there was
I need to say, you see, the first day, they are saying it picked up in the last 2 hours. The first day when there were votes were going against Modi, the first post which came on Facebook, they were saying jihadis and Pakistanis are voting against Modi. That was their first allegation. Then the second came that Congress and activists have joined hand together and they are voting out Modi. When it kept on increasing, then this thing came that they have hacked the poll. So they also
so
don't know what
realizing. Maybe this is the public opinion on the net is changing. Let me just quickly get in Ashish Nandi, who has been listening quietly. The internet is a perception builder. Many would say that brands are being built on the internet, but on the other hand, Mayawati or Mulayam Singh would never win an internet poll. I mean, they may not win an online poll. How relevant are internet polls? Gujarat is months away from its assembly election. How important are these internet polls, or being on the Time magazine cover, or a presence, this huge presence of the internet electorally? How important electorally?
Pretty irrelevant even in Gujarat. Most of the people who write on the internet are basically Americans or Europeans of Indian origin, whom we glorify as non-resident Indians. There is nothing much Indian about them. They are actually Americans and Europeans of Indian origin, and they know nothing of India. They want Mother India to move according to their fiats, because they feel some kind of heavy ego boost from their concept of India's success.
So it's the NRIs who actually are there, who are active on the internet.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, I totally disagree on this one, because India is a very vibrant. It's the third biggest internet economy in the world today, after of course the US and China. But today India has more local languages on the internet. All internet
there are 121 million internet users.
You're talking about in general internet, that internet people don't write.
I'm not talking about internet. I am saying she's asking about Indian politics, Indian public life. How important is internet for
That's a
Indian
question to you.
public
How
life?
relevant
That's
is
why
the
she
internet?
mentioned Mulayam Singh Yadav and Mayawati.
See, the thing is, it is very localized. Urban youth of India are using internet, mobile internet, desktop internet, and the numbers are growing every day. It's going to cross the population of US next year, number of internet users. Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's a small population. And we undermine India's,
So these are not NRIs. These are not NRIs who are on the net. These are also Indians. This has also come to India.
The total NRIs in the US would be about 2 million people. I mean, Indian internet population is 100 million people. I mean, there's no comparison.
But the feeling has been, as far as Mr. Modi's image is concerned, is that the mainstream media is not well disposed towards Mr. Modi, and so therefore there is a need to build the presence of Mr. Modi in the social media. That has always been the argument that Modi supporters have made. Now, do you think that to some extent, let me put that to you actually, Shivam Bij, do you think that if the Modi supporters are able to build Mr. Modi's image within the social media, then that can also affect the mainstream media? That's, for example, Time magazine. I mean, if
Well,
an online poll that created him as the first
Time magazine,
person
a lot of
on that
people,
poll, they would have had to put him on the cover.
Well, a lot of people believe Time magazine was influenced by PR firms hired by Mr. Modi, number one. Secondly, I want to draw your attention, Sagarika, to something called Swarnim Gujarat, which is a Gujarat government organization headed by Mr. Modi, which has a website which is pretty dormant, but a mailing list which is very, very active. Spams got
They're very organized.
How
They're very
many millions
organized.
of people in the world? And I have an email here which I got from the Swarnim Gujarat mailing list, which asks people to vote for Mr. Modi. Here is the government of Gujarat using taxpayers' money, spending a campaign to vote for Mr. Modi. When Mayawati does it, build statues for herself, we call him megalomaniac. But here is a man trying to use taxpayers' money to get a poll for himself.
Arvind Gupta, why should you spend taxpayers' money to bolster the image on an online poll of Mr. Narendra Modi?
I cannot comment on a particular issue, but I'll tell you one thing. It's as much as people were asking for negative votes, we are well within our rights to ask for positive votes, and we all retweeted on Twitter.
Not on people and government. There is a difference between people asking and officially government
emphasize
asking.
that it was that
I
government
But
started
that's not
writing.
spontaneous. That means it's not spontaneous. No, Arvind. That means it's being mobilized.
The supporters, you asked a question to me some time back whether there is a professional setup. This is all volunteers that we are working on the internet, and all of us feel strongly about it. There are a lot more supporters of the BJP and Mr. Modi. Mr. Modi is the second most followed person on Twitter in India. I mean, independent reports list him at number 2 in India.
So they can't be all mobilized. They can't be all
I want to go back to the earlier question. You said whether it is important for the politics. You see how what happens on internet is used. In the first case, there were more than 300 big hoardings put up across Gujarat, talking about how Mr. Modi is on the front page of Time. You know, that is how it is important for the politics. And I don't know, I don't have the proof, but what I have heard, that more than 500 congratulatory advertisements and 3,000 hoardings order was cancelled because this poll went against what they were looking
speculation.
for. No, could be wrong. I'm saying,
I'll tell you one
but
thing.
I have heard this, that there was an agency hired in Bombay, they were all ready to put up the hoardings.
Can I just
but
divert?
this went wrong.
Divert in one issue which you raised.
This is how polls on the internet are utilized on the ground by
but what you're saying is what's wrong with that? I think what you're asking is what's wrong with that? If a political party wants to canvass on the internet
There's
for
nothing
its
wrong.
political leader, why should it not do that?
No, no, we are not saying that.
The second point, I think they're also
why should
missing.
it not
I am
be
only
ran
saying
through
when
the
there are
internet,
votes against
through the
him,
internet.
don't say they are rigged. There are people
Well, the
who
data
decided.
will prove that. The data
There
will
are
prove
people
that.
in India who decided to
Can
vote
we
him
deviate to a very important point which we are missing in this whole discussion, is that, you know, the internet, we are discussing this poll and everything else, but you asked a question whether internet is effective in political process. Polling is just one part of it. There are 2,000 other things you can do on the internet, using the internet, for getting people suggestions, for crowdsourcing suggestions, for doing
Right.
things. We are not even discussing
And
that.
you as a member of the BJP feel that it's very important to use
Of
the
course.
internet to
It's the
canvass a
best-
political
it's-
point of view.
It is the best thing to do,
It is the
engagement
best
with
thing
people.
to do. Let's take a short break and come back and pick it up.
Saying that we should do it.
We're asking the question about the time most influential people in the world, the 100 most influential people in the world, and Mr. Modi's place in that poll, and whether or not that result that came out was rigged or not by the detractors of Modi, who suddenly logged on and brought Mr. Modi down and led him to get a large number of no votes. Now, let me put it to Arvind Gupta of the BJP's IT cell. You were telling me in the break, looking after the entire digitization program of the BJP. You're actually looking at e-governance. You're doing the entire IT systems of the BJP. You're in charge of that. Now, the fact is that Mr. Modi does have an image problem in the mainstream media. We spoke about this a little earlier in the discussion. I want to bring it up again. Is there a systematic campaign, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there a systematic mobilization
people
campaign
feel
in
very
the social media to build Mr. Modi's brand?
So, see, people feel very, the mainstream media, if it tends to be biased, and a lot of us feel that is the case, then we have all the right to use social media, which is very free, and so far it's free. If Kapil Sibal permits us, it will
You
remain
have
free.
you have every right, and you feel that there is
So
a
we
campaign.
do that. I mean, that's a
what's
genuine
wrong?
feeling.
That's the
a
question.
genuine feeling we have.
Nothing is wrong, and Sagarika, in previous discussions on your show on social media about hate on the internet, etc., I tried to argue that it is perfectly legitimate for right-wing people to use the internet every which way they want, except the way they use it perhaps does not do them a lot of good. For instance, I'll give you an example. I once
Who is they?
No, a lot of ordinary right-wing people. Not the party.
So that is a very important classification.
Not the BJP.
As much as you have crazy people on both sides of the spectrum. I mean, I can represent the BJP. I can give a point of view from the BJP, but if somebody else is
BJP supporters seem to be a little crazier than other party supporters
on the net.
On the net, I'll give you.
It could be a masked
perhaps in
identity
real
for
life
all
as
you know.
well.
For all you know.
I once created a Facebook group against Mr. Modi's politics, and some months later I got a Facebook message from a young software engineer in Anand threatening to kill me if I don't delete the group. So I told him you're most welcome, and he sent me some nasty abusive messages, and that was that. I never removed the group. But the point is that Modi supporters think that by winning a war on the internet, a war of words, of rhetoric, of hate speech, abuses, polemic, everything, of online polls, they think by winning that war they can make Modi's untouchability in Delhi go away. Whether or not that is going to happen.
See, this is again a very biased opinion, a very skewed opinion. Let me tell you one thing, that many people, internet is a self-publishing group. I mean, anybody is certainly with YouTube is now a publishing house, a blog, you are a writer, right? So anybody has right to write everything, right? Everybody has a right to write things on the internet, comment, publish, blog.
You have a right, but threatening and hate speech and aggression,
something against the law.
There is a difference.
That's over the top.
There is a difference.
Party cannot control that. Nobody can control.
Internet is there for any kind of dissent, but anybody dissenting against BJP immediately starts getting threats, which doesn't happen with other people.
It's not a question of. It's not a question.
No, it is a question.
No, it's the same way.
It is the violation of my fundamental right when people start abusing me and telling me they will kill me.
People have wrong identity. See, whether you are receiving a wrong threat on an SMS or on the internet, it's against the law. So we will condemn that. That is wrong.
No, hold
on. Let me clarify that.
Is the left, liberal, centrist, even the Congress hasn't really been able to use the internet in a
That's
smart way.
That's the point.
We have to admit
that's the other point. I mean, the fact is that
everybody else is losing the battle on the internet.
Of the media may be losing the battle on the internet. You know.
No, and I think we should admit that the BJP and the right-wing supporters are far ahead on the internet, and they're far more in number. And that also reflects. That also reflects the younger population of India. That also reflects the newer voters of India.
I think there is a recognition, and it is because of that recognition that in this poll there are more no votes for Modi than others, and in fact after that there have been news reports in Gujarati papers saying that Modi distractors are becoming very active on the social media, and there is a need to watch them.
Right.
So
I'll tell you one thing. As I said,
now people who are for a democratic secular India are becoming more, but that is only activists and individuals.
Just as the right-wing activists are getting organized, are very organized on Twitter and Facebook and social media.
So also they woke up only in the last 2 hours.
They have woken up and become active.
They only woke up in the last 2 hours.
No, they did not.
They woke up only in the last 2 hours.
I told you just now.
That's highly fishy.
I told you just now that on the first day itself, Gaurang Rawal, who is a Gujarati, called me up. And he had large number of volunteers already voting against Modi.
It was rigged. He was manipulated and it was rigged.
As a technical person, I can tell you it was 100% rigged.
It was 100% rigged, to which you are strongly disagreeing. I just want to ask you as last word, do you think all the talk about internet in the larger context, do you think the BJP, people like Arvind Gupta, are they living in a fool's paradise to think that the popularity of Mr. Modi is so high on Twitter and Facebook and on the internet that it will translate into the Gujarat election?
Living in a virtual world.
They're living in the virtual world.
The virtual world is coming to our drawing rooms, our living rooms, everywhere.
But there are live opinion polls available.
Probably the 10%.
Even opinion polls.
This is a country where 80% live on 20 rupees a day. They don't know what is electricity. They don't know what is internet. They don't know anything about that.
And that is a very high number in the first past the post political.
Sagarika, and let me add that every third Gujarati is in BPL.
Okay. Okay, but unfortunately we're completely out of time. We're completely out of time. We were discussing whether internet polls are easily rigged, whether the detractors of Mr. Modi rigged that time internet poll and brought his numbers down and contributed to him getting the large numbers of no votes. The BJP here saying yes, it was rigged. The Modi detractors saying no, it was a genuine sentiment. Thanks very much indeed, Ashish Nandi, Arvind Gupta, Shivam Vij, Shabnam Hashmi. Thanks very much indeed. The internet, the Time magazine poll on the world's most influential people. Are these polls easily manipulated? What are you telling us? 53 are saying yes. That's not rigged.